I was talking to someone about the Lord yesterday, and they were asking me questions, and they were asking me about why don't I ask the Lord this or why don't I ask him that? You know, because I guess they felt like the relationship was so great that if I was blessed with such an opportunity, which is what it is, that I would want to know everything. And I was talking to the Lord about this earlier. I was actually having a conversation with the Lord about this earlier about our friendship. And the Lord is greater than my demands or needs or wants, folks. He's greater than yours. He's greater than all things. He is all things. He is all possibilities because he is the possibility. Do you get what I'm saying? So when he allows himself, when he allows you to reach his ear, so to speak, when he allows himself to be present with you, where you consciously and physically know his presence, then you are blessed beyond any worldly treasure or any societal treasures or things that you put value on there don't really have any value, folks. So that is the value. He is the value. His friendship to you is the value, folks. You know, it is the greatest blessing that one could ever experience anywhere, ever, to be his friend. So I was praying to him, and, of course, I sing certain songs to him that he likes, but then there are other songs that I haven't sung for a while for him that he also likes. And he wanted to hear those songs. And so I had to, you know, do a rendition of the song because I couldn't quite remember, but he helped me remember the song, but I was able to do the song for him. But I realized it's not about some uniform thing with him. In a relationship with him, you cannot describe the relationship. He is all aspects of a relationship, folks. He is everything. He is your reality, folks. So he is greater than you, folks. You're not separate from him. So when you're blessed to look back at him and know he's present and know he's there, you are blessed. But you are great. But you should also feel gratefulness in your heart because he is giving you life through his life. Does it make any sense to you? And it's selfish if you don't understand this concept because your hearts are not built and you don't have mirrors to reflect and look at yourselves and see that you're these people, folks. You do it to each other, right? You know? So I treasure my time with the Lord and I spend time with him every day. I make it a point to do that because I say, well, if I'm out here, in this society moving about and I'm making time to do this or do that or get to this or get to that, like I was talking to y'all about that slot machine situation. If I'm making time for these things, then I should have time for him because he is my friend. And if you call your friends up every day, if he's your friend, he's the ultimate friend because he is them, folks. So I have all of the friends I need with having him, right? So we're on a landscape, we're in a landscape, or on it rather, where we're going about to and fro and we're doing our hustle and bustles and dailies of life. And we don't recognize the true power that's giving us the zap, the pep in our step, the zapping us, to keep us moving. We don't realize that it is the Most High, folks. So when he takes notice to you, you are blessed because he is greater than anything you can imagine, folks. I'm trying to make you understand that his greatness is relative to anything that you're doing because he is allowing you to do these things. He is always in control. Those with greater mind spans can understand what I'm saying. I use string theory to give you guys a layman's looking to view into what I'm trying to explain to you. But he's beyond string theory, folks. String theory is from your mental calculation. He is beyond your mental calculations, folks. Okay? He is the most intelligent, folks. He is the most supreme, folks. He is the most high, folks. So this person was asking me, why don't I ask him questions? And why don't I bombard him with the questions so I can get an understanding and some answers for some things? But when I spend time with him, it's just about spending time with him. Like I said, when I sing him a song and he enjoys the song and he wants me to go a little bit longer, shouldn't I go a little bit longer, folks? When he wakes me up every day, and I know this for a fact, folks. You know? So yeah, the landscape has to change. And those of you who don't understand that or don't long for the greater example, then you can't go forward with this, folks. And really, I'm warning you, but I'm not the authority. See, you're not fearing the real authority, which is the Most High, folks. He is always in control, folks. And the best thing you will want is to be his friend. And if someone is telling you he's real, then there should be something in you that should immediately want to turn back to him and acknowledge him, the Lord. Acknowledge the Lord. And I was going to say, I acknowledge you, Lord. I was about to... I tell him every day that he is the greatest thing in my life, folks. That he is my life. That he comes for everything because he is everything, folks. Right? And I was telling you that the troubles that you have, he knows because he is you, folks. He knows better than you, though. And this is actual, folks. On a daily basis, I'm privy to beyond third dimensional aspect. I'm privy to the beyondness of that. I don't even have a dimensional number to put on that. But I'm privy to the heavens, folks. Whom are my family? So I have seen things that are greater than the reality that I'm in, folks. I also understand, because I know the Most High, I understand that all of the things that happen are him, folks. And if they are him, then it is his will, folks. Do you get what I'm saying, folks? This is not a theory. This is not a belief system I'm talking about. This is the factuals. This is his science, folks. So I come to you and talk to you all the time to try to educate those people. And I guess that is a duty. I'm in his service, folks. So that is a duty. If he has blessed me with such a great blessing, then, you know, to much is given, much is expected. He expects me to tell someone else. And that's why I tell you guys, it's not a secret that I know the Most High. I'm proud of him. I was telling him yesterday, what am I, ashamed of you or something? When I talk to people, if they're close enough to me to even hear in earshot, if they're close enough to engage me on a certain level where they get to know something about me, they have to know that I know the Most High, because they are souls and conscious beings themselves. Now, some are the opposition, and I have certain people that I noticed lately will consistently engage me in conversation on higher topics whenever they see me, as if there's some way, you know, what do I think? When do I think the end is coming? As if there's some way to prepare for that. It wouldn't matter if they were the enemy, because I was telling him yesterday, I walk with him. I know him, and I should trust him all the time. At this point in our friendship, I have given him praise and song every day. I talk to him every day, because he has extended his friendship, and that is so valuable to me that I have to nourish the friendship, folks. He is greater than us, folks. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? So when he does this, you are blessed on a level where you have great responsibility. You have responsibility to tell that person in your close vicinity or proximity about him, who holds their life as well. You see what I'm saying? People that try to educate you on the Most High are trying to get you to reach him. But see, I know him personally, folks. I'm not here to dispute if any of you feel you know him, because he is great. He is you, folks. He is greater than me. So I can't have him just to myself. He is all of us, folks. But my personal relationship to him, folks, is something that I really treasure beyond any treasure that you could give me, because he is the treasure. It is his will. And so stepping off that cliff, and I use that as an example in another video, the worst of you will fall over that cliff, but the best of you will be held in his great mighty hands, folks. You've seen these examples in biblical doctrines about, someone being tested on a level where once they know God, they should know he is God. He's like, don't you know I'm God? Do you really think I'm going to let this happen to you? And I watch him do things for me all the time. And it doesn't go any way like I imagine. I say, Lord, why am I walking in fear? Why would I have any fear when you are my friend, Lord? When I know you write the story. And I say, but that's what I told him too. I said, Lord, I understand it though. That's how I'm allow humility, because I understand what some of you might be going through. I realize this. I said, Lord, I actually know you personally. Know your power. Know you could destroy anybody on the spot. Know you can do anything because you are everything. Oh, know this, right? But at the same time, you are my friend. It is so great. I talk to him and it's something that a human mind is not going to be capable of trying to understand. I'm just happy with him being my friend, folks. When you go over that cliff and he's your friend, he's going to hold you. He's showing you every day that he can do anything. Right? And it's not about me wanting something from him. Do you understand? Or me always knowing that because he has this authority, I know, yes, the same way that someone would expect me to show respect to some fool or something out here, some air-breathing, underarm funking politician or someone would expect me to show these people respect. And they're breathing air, but the Most High, who creates the universe, who holds the active universe, who is the heavens, whom are my family, folks, whom are in his service, folks, whom bow at his feet, folks. I bow at his feet. His friendship and my relationship to him is incredible. And because he is my friend, he will help me out and do things. Right? And it starts out by recognizing who he is. That's why through this time I've been telling you things about him. And I've realized that the more I talk to you, because we're getting closer to that time, folks. And I've looked at these stories in the past, and people were warned for many years or however long it was, and then it happened. But when it happens sooner than you expect, you're not prepared. Now, like I told you, the Lord is mighty, folks. He holds it all. So you will always exist because you are a piece of him. If you have conscious energy on any level, then you have that conscious energy. That is him, folks. It doesn't die. He can't die, folks. He is greater than you, folks. I keep telling you this. Right? But where you actually resonate, meaning that when you leave this birthday suit and you check out, you will go somewhere. Your energy will vibrate in another reality, folks. It is a fact. What level or spectrum of that reality that you exist on depends on who you are. what you hold, folks, your energy, folks. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain? This is not new. Somebody tried to describe this as a new age thing, as something. They're trying to put a religious coin on this. This is the science of God. This is not a religious anything. The Lord told me a while back that once I got past the books and once I met him and know him, he is the books. He is your meteorites. He is your asteroids, literally, folks. He is in complete control of everything, folks. Right? And you will bow in his presence. A new society, a new day is a day where people are living without stress and fear and rat racing, folks. Because he's given us life. And I was trying to explain to this person, it seemed like I can't get this point out to people who seem to think the system works fine. If you're using water, and that's what I was talking about to that guy when he was showing me the newspaper article about them cutting the water off or something. If you're using running water, where does that water come from, folks? See, I know the hand who's creating the water, folks. You haven't paid them a dime for the water that you absolutely need, have you? So why would you demand payment of someone for water that they're providing for you? So shouldn't they demand payment of you? See, humans are narcissistic by just default, folks, on some levels. We don't understand this. The guy was telling me he thinks taxes are fair. Right? You pay a tax on energy. The great sun gives you energy every day. Right? You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? Yes, the heavens give you energy every day. I know the lightning and the thunder. I know them personally, folks. Yes. Indra does give you lightning and thunder every single day. And energy. The heavens. The stars, folks. Whom are all doing duties on some level that you don't understand, that is maintaining your ability to have this experience. Now, you know the stars are real because you do know they're real, and you see them, and you go to your little places of, museums and places to do scientific research, and you study these things, and you ooh and ah on what you see and the little points of light of what you believe. But they're so much greater than that, folks. Those are just extensions of themselves, folks. See, that's all part of God's science. His breakdown is him, folks. It all breaks down to him. He has extensions, folks. That's why you don't understand his true nature and his true science, and that's why I'm so blessed. But in this blessing, part of it is to tell you, because really you have free will. I don't care if you want to believe what I'm saying or not, even though I've shown you the proof, and that's why I did that. To give you tangible so you can understand that this is not a joke, right? Now, why is this all happening? It's happening for a purpose, folks, is my point. The purpose is to get you guys to understand that a new day is coming. The worst of you will not survive in this new day. You will survive somewhere else, on the other side of the fence where you belong with what you're vibrating, but you won't be here for long, folks. You're not in control of the earth. Mama Earth is in control of the earth. On the Great One, she's in control of the earth. Right? And so I understand that everything in society is bullshit, folks, because God will provide the abundance. How do I know? Because I trust him, folks. How do I know? Because I know him, folks. He is greater than anything you can imagine, folks. Stop putting him in a box. He is the box. Oh, do you understand what I'm saying to you? He's greater than your understanding. Right? So, I'm not going to take too much longer. I was talking to that person, and, they were amazed by some things that I enlightened them on, as usual. And we'll see if they want to learn more about this thing. About the Most High. Not this thing, but about the greatness of what he does in your existence. Of why getting to know him and being his friend and appreciating him is going that extra few minutes of a song for him that he's enjoying. He does so much for us, folks. Right? We are not separate from him. However, he is separate from us, folks. We come from him. He is greater than anything, folks. He really is. And it's important for you to grab that. So, all of the societal things, the taxes and the burdens, like I was saying a few minutes ago when I got into a rant, the taxes and the burdens and the things that you're rat raced about on a daily basis are not necessary, folks. You understand? You could have an abundance in your life and have everything and live in happiness. But those of you who don't want to see other people happy, that's the real culprit. That's the real thing that we need to focus on. See, it's not about you being happy too. You don't want them to be happy. And that's how we know who the demoniacs are, folks. Kill, steal, and destroy is what the devil does, folks. If this is what you do, this is what you embody, then you belong on the other side of the fence. And this is why you'll get swept out to the other side of the fence. Do you understand what I'm saying? This isn't New Age. This is God's science. This is facts, folks. And I don't like getting into debates about how well I know God versus someone else when a lot of what they know is maybe a doctrinal thing, maybe something they've read. I've heard someone recently tell me about some stuff they read in some books and stuff. And it's there for a reason. But folks, I'm not trying to put down your sources of information, but what I'm saying is I actually know the Most High personally. And when I've given you examples in the past, it was not to brag or show you something. It was to show you that I know him. And the example was to show you that he is in authority. He is doing this. So you can understand and realize that what I'm saying is true, folks. That's why I kept giving you examples. But then I realized a lot of you are in dinky duty mode and you don't understand. So you're not grabbing the true nature or reality of what you're actually experiencing or looking at. Right? And you'll put off words like neurotic when you're experiencing the reality. You're neurotic. You see what I'm saying? Take a look at yourselves, folks. For those of you who have a mirror, and it's important because you're being swept out and you're watching it. Why do you think I talk about the weather conditions? Right? See, all of this plays into itself to maintain your reality. When Mother Earth wants to change it, she can change it because she is the earth, folks. Right? She's giving you that proverbial cough syrup, folks. And those of you who are not germs will still be around. But the point I'm trying to make to you is that why do we have these germs? And I'm not even talking about the biological germs that are functioning in a proper way in systemic society or something. I'm talking about the proverbial germs of people who pollute this society with their negative energy. That means killing, stealing, and destroying, which means you got to be a victim or be harmed, folks. You got to be nose to the grind, folks. You have to be rat raced. And for those of you who don't have greater intuition, you'll go along with anything. And you're just there to be a robot or a slave or something. You understand what I'm saying? Which is not you having control of your free will. The Most High has control of all free will. So if he's giving life to all things and those things suppress the life of other things, then he has to intervene, folks. He's always present. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. He is that great. When you know him, you know his greatness, folks. He is great, folks. There's not even a word to describe or articulate his greatness, folks. Blessed, I am blessed. Thank you, Lord. I devoted. I am blessed. But I treasure my friendship with him, folks. And that is why I know that I'll be safe and not harmed in situations, because I know that he's with me, folks. He is the situation. Someone said that in another video. But he is greater than the situation. He creates the situation. How about that? Okay. But I'm not going to challenge someone when this is about my personal relationship and me sharing this with you for your enlightenment, folks. See, the sun is giving you sunlight, folks. He's in my family, folks. The moon goddess is holding back the tides, folks. And you've seen the tides get pretty high lately, right? You've seen the waves get really high, right? These are real physical things that you're bearing witness to. Mama Earth is my family, folks. They're all my family. The stars, the worlds, which there are trillions. The universe is infinite, folks. But the Lord holds the universe. So isn't he great? Think about it. Something that goes on forever and ever. And the Lord holds that forever and ever in his hand. And it's nothing but a little swirly speck to him. And he's shown me this, folks. You know, I was telling this person that I treasure my friendship to God. And I don't have to ask questions. Whatever he wants me to know, he will reveal to me, folks. I just spend my time talking to him about my day and enjoying him. And I'm there for him. So in tough times, he will be there for me, folks. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is how this works. You have these types of relationships with basic people that breathe air, and you do and put your efforts into these things and understand the mechanics on that level, on your basic level. And you don't understand because God is so great that he's the most extreme, complicated thing or the most simple thing. He's so great that he can be your friend and you can experience him in a relationship in that same capacity. He is you, folks, so he can meet you on your level, folks. Right? But the greatest thing is to know him and to look back and understand that he's giving you life. That's where you're blessed at. That's when you're getting better inside, when you're able to look at him and realize. This is why you don't do certain things, because you know that he's watching you, folks. You know that he's with you, folks. You know you have to be accountable. And a lot of you without the mirror are never accountable. Those who have a broken mirror, your glass has to be swept out. You get what I'm saying? This is why Mother Earth is doing this. Yeah, everything is all tied in together. I'm just all over the place. I was working on some stuff this morning. And I'll have another cup of coffee in a minute. I think I need some, but I had to sit back and talk to you guys because I was praying to the Lord. And I didn't do my usual song for him today. You know, I did another song he wanted me to do. And as I'm singing that, I was like, Lord, I realized that you are so great that I'm trying to formalize our friendship when you are so great that you allow me to be me. I wasn't perfect when you came to me, Lord. And to this day, I told y'all, I don't know what I did for this blessing, but the Lord has blessed me. I am supremely blessed, more than anybody that says they're blessed. The guy with the lottery ticket running around thinking he's blessed. You're a fool, folks, if you're believing and buying into things that the Lord can take away, folks, because he is all things, folks. The Lord is greater than all things, folks. And he has shown me in every way, folks. And remember, I told you, anything I say to you, I can back it up, folks. So when you don't want to listen to what I'm saying, you're really trying to say you don't want to see what this proof is I have when you demand this of anything, of everything, folks. So I guess I was working on some stuff in the house today. I'm going to get back to the laundry and stuff. And, I wanted to stress that point to you folks. The new day is coming because it's necessary, folks, and it's necessary because of the things you're doing, folks, of the way you're embodying energy, folks, of the way you're throwing that energy around. You're hurting people, folks, right? So you get the crops and you charge people for the crops and you make it so they can't grow crops. And you see how you're just doing it's so many crazy things that man is doing, that the Lord is going to smack you down and show you who's in authority. Right? That was the purpose of me giving you examples, and then you see something play out literally like I said, and you know I don't have control of a volcano, right? Who has control over the volcano, folks? You see what I'm saying, where I'm going with this? I treasure my friendship with him. I'm trying to tie this all in, folks. I'm trying to make you understand how great he is. So I know a new day is coming. And for those of us who can actually appreciate him and walk with him and have that ability, who haven't given ourselves up to the squatters, who haven't done certain things, all of those people are going to be done away with, folks, real soon. And you've heard all of these warnings, like I was saying in the beginning, for so many years, and you just wanted to do your own thing. And when it's over, folks, when it's at that final stage, folks, you won't have an opportunity to change what you already wanted to do or be. Because that's not genuine, folks. The Lord knows you well enough to know if you're being genuine, folks. You see what I'm saying? You see how you have to be accountable to him. When you know him, you have to be accountable to him, folks, because he knows everything. And you know he knows everything. You see what I'm saying? So we'll be going into another video. I guess they're having a cookout somewhere around here. I can hear the music playing. And I'm not going to talk too much further. But you guys will bear witness to some things, and it's for a reason. That's all I want you to understand. The Lord is always in control, and he always knows what's best. He is Mother Earth, and Mother Earth knows what's best for the earth, not you, folks. If you want to see the crops healthily come back, if you want to see the weather act a certain way, you'll see these things happen in the greater day. But not until everything is done. And the Lord is in charge of all of that. He says when this is all over with. But folks, it's just getting started. That's all I want you to realize. And all I do is warn you when I talk to you. I've been going a little bit too long, but all I do is warn you when I'm talking to you, folks. It's up to you. You have free will. You don't have to hear or believe anything I'm saying. That's your choice. But when the time comes, you need to man up or woman up to what you decided to do. Don't cry about it or him or her later on and cry out to God and ask for his help or ask for him to give you mercy. Right? Just don't expect it when you haven't shown him friendship, you haven't talked to him, you haven't thought a thing about him, but now you need him. And you always needed him. That's the whole point. This is just about resetting and putting the proper energies in their proper place. These negative energies have to go to their proper place, and it's not here, folks. And then you can get on to the business of living life joyously, gratefully, humbly to God for giving you their life, folks. Think about it. Next video.